You're standing too close. That's good. You can come up a little bit. All right. Hey everyone, I'm Logan.
And I'm Jen.
And this is Surprised by Marriage. Today, we're talking about teamwork. Because you know what they say, babe. Teamwork makes the dream work. And this dream that we're trying to make work is marriage, baby. Yes, indeed.
Alrighty then.
All right, see? Teamwork. She's ready to pick up.
So often in marriage, we work against each other as husband and wife, and it just really is dumb, really. We do it, though. We do it all the time. Mm-hmm. We're all guilty. But we need to take the time to figure out how we can work together the best. Because life just goes so much smoother when we're working together and we're on the same page about everything.
It really does. And the whole problem with understanding teamwork and trying to make it work in your marriage is understanding that you have to break away from those stereotypes that are often placed on the roles of the husband and wife. Scenario here. I would expect her to do one thing and she would expect me to do the other, and it's just...
And then you end up not doing those things, and then you get mad at each other, and it just spirals. Yeah. A big example for us earlier on in our marriage was I expected him to take out the garbage because growing up, that's what my dad did, and he was really good at it. And turns out I had to keep asking Logan to take out the trash all the time, and it caused like way too much strife in our marriage. It was ridiculous, actually. And it turns out I could just decide to take out the garbage. So that's what I do for the most part. He does every now and then when I ask him. And it has helped so much that we broke away from that stereotype. I take out the garbage because I'm home most of the time, and it just works better for us.
It's a very stinky situation. And you know, marriage just works with all those stereotypes, with not just the whole garbage issue. Like it could be dishes, cleaning the house, all kind of cutting the grass, anything, right, Jen? Cutting the grass.
Nope, not doing it.
Still not there yet. Could only have hoped. Anyway, we're going to go over a couple of things that you can do to maybe help understand your role with teamwork and working together. That's the same thing. I just phrased it differently. So here we go.
Yeah, and a big thing to remember is communication, and communication is needed for what we're about to talk about. And we've had a video about communication, which you should go check that out if you haven't already.
Right, because real quick, if you don't understand what each other's thinking, you're never going to understand how to move forward with
how to work together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The first thing that you can do to help make teamwork easier is just have a weekly meeting. And I'm not talking about a sit-down board meeting. Just sit down at the beginning.
If that's your thing, you can do that.
Hey, if that's your thing, yes, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying.
Just making fun of me.
You can sit down and... Yeah, I am. If you can sit down and just talk about what your plans are for the week, as far as if you have kids and you need to pick them up from school a certain day, if one needs to run to the store and pick up another thing, if we plan on cooking, who's going to be doing the cooking that night based on expertise on the cooking topic, because we're not really good cooks. I have my expertise on it, she has hers, you know. Mm-hmm.
So you just basically go through the week and you make sure you're on the same page and you know who's going to do what, so there's no arguing when something is not done. We used to be really good about the weekly meetings, and we've kind of gotten away from it. I mean, we still talk about those same things, but we haven't been like sitting down and going through everything at once. But it's a very good practice, and it definitely helped our marriage during this particular season of life. Okay, the second thing you could do is just talk about what chores are best for which person to do. Like we said, cooking, a lot of times it just seems like the woman does that, but we have friends who the husband enjoys cooking and is really good at it, so they do like a lot of the cooking. In our case, neither one of us are the best. And
as we mentioned.
Yeah, we don't really like to do it. So a lot of times we work together and do it. A lot of times he'll like make the chicken and I'll do all the side stuff, and we just work together because that's what works best for us. I don't know if finances, it seems a lot of my friends, the husbands, are in charge of the finances, but for us, that's something that Logan doesn't feel comfortable doing, which is fine because I'm okay at math and all that and budgeting. So I am in charge of the finances. Of course, I'll loop him in on all of it.
And we're not bankrupt. Because I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. If there is something that neither one of you is good at, just work together or take turns or figure out a way to make it work for you.
Find a rhythm.
Yes.
That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Find a rhythm. Find what y'all are comfortable with doing, and not just understanding that you have to do one thing and I have to, or the other person has to do the other. Find a rhythm, and then eventually you just start flowing, and you don't have to discuss these things, and you can just understand, like, oh, she's giving the kids a bath, I'm going to do the dishes. Oh, he's cutting the grass, let me get some food ready. And you just understand, and then you're doing different roles, and you don't have to fall into those stereotypes that catch you not working together in your marriage and
getting mad at each other
getting
for not
mad at
doing
each other,
something.
and then you go down the rabbit hole, and next thing you know, you're done.
Yeah. The biggest thing that we've done as far as teamwork is involved is in the evenings after dinner time, one of us does the dishes and the other one gets the kids ready for bed and does all those things. So we are done pretty much at the same time, and then we can like pray together and have put the kids to bed and then have our time together. And it's just a really cool thing to just work together and not really have to like fuss each other like you need to do this so I can do this, because it's just something we've decided a long time ago that we were just going to do whatever it took to get things done so we can focus on us.
So just remember, if things are struggling in your marriage, talk it out. Understand that you're not in your own role alone. Your other spouse is there to have your back, and vice versa, and you need to work together to understand how to move forward in peace and harmony.
You're partners in one flesh, and you're on the same team.
Make that dream work.
We'll see you next time.
Well, I was supposed to go out on that. Okay.
Oh.